In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm making consistent 1K MRR from my programming content creation hobby without being a huge authority in the niche, without a lot of marketing, and without having a huge audience. I'm going to break down the exact steps I make, the mistakes that I made in the past, and how am I planning to scale this further. Let's go. Back in the days, I started sharing some content online because everybody else was doing that, and I thought I'm gonna share the things that I'm learning. But I was far from even thinking about monetizing the audience. And even now, let alone back then, I don't have huge audience. So I was sharing some content, not as much as other people, that I thought, well, maybe it is a possibility to monetize the content because I'm sharing it anyway. Why not make something out of it? Which might in turn boost a little bit more motivation to spend more time on it and actually have a purpose. But I wasn't able to connect the dots how sharing content or building audience would help me monetize something out of it. So it wasn't clear for me at all. And so I started observing what other people do. And almost everybody I reached out to and asked questions, they all had some form of newsletter, or they wrote a book, or they built a course. As the time was going by and as I was keeping this connection with people, either they would need to make an update of the book or write another book and constantly market the book or maybe the course. So they are having a newsletter, so they are collecting emails. So when they have something to offer or when the time comes by, they would make additional campaign to promote the things that they are having, either the books or the courses or whatever. And then they would constantly need to keep creating something that would be valuable for these people that they're having in their mailing list so that they can make offers over time. And so I started thinking about it and I thought, okay, I'm gonna build a course and then I'm gonna do it once and then keep selling or keep marketing it. So it's gonna be easier. Apparently it was not. I put the course on Udemy and initially it started blasting. There were a lot of sales, but not for a while. Even though the course was on test-driven development, which is not a topic that passes by quickly, it is something that is more like an evergreen, the course started degrading over time. And that's because Udemy by itself is not marketing that for you as much as you could do. So I had to keep going with marketing, keep sharing it to people. And then I realized that the problem is something else. People either buy a course and never look into it, or they would buy, gain the skills, and move on. So they will no longer need that course from you, but they may need something else that you can offer. So the people that got the problem of test-driven development solved moved on, and those are the people that would maybe pay additional money if they solve another problem for them. You see, I solved the problem of test-driven development, they liked it, they paid for it, good, and they could pay for something else additionally, but only if that's something that they want. And I can only imagine what they may want, what they may not want, and that's pretty much darkness. And on platforms like Udemy, it's not that easy to maintain that close relationship with the people that know you and appreciate your approaches and style. An additional problem that I figured out was that when you build a course, you may focus on too much material that might not be everything useful for these people. Because you want to make the course spotless, you're gonna spend a lot of time on things that might not be that relevant. So as a result, the course I built was not that much of a success, and I thought if I make a book, it's gonna be similar stories. I had to figure out something else. So as the time was going by, I tried different things, I made a little more mistakes, and finally figured out what actually works. And I'm about to break down everything for you step by step right now. So I was anyway sharing the content, but instead of spreading the content everywhere possible, I started focusing on a single platform, and that platform is YouTube, because many people are on YouTube. If you do check the details of this account, you will see that I have less than 4.5k followers, so I don't have a big audience. Now, I am still focusing only on this platform because it helps me with the time management. So the first decision or the first step that I did was focusing on a single platform. For me, obviously, it was YouTube, although it could be something else for you if you prefer different kind of content. YouTube works fine for me. I do like sharing the things in video format, so I stick to YouTube. The second thing that I do is how to come up with content ideas. Well, basically I document what I'm doing, the things that I'm doing at work or the things that I'm learning. I would just make a video out of it. But I'm trying to be as helpful as possible, so I'm gonna put as much value per second as possible. So instead of fluffing around about different things to make longer video, I'll just try to condense everything possible into as small video as possible so that I'm not wasting people's time. The third thing that I started doing was consistency. So instead of posting a video once in a while, I started posting at least once a week. Right now I'm posting twice a week. Once I'm posting a tutorial, like something that I'm teaching people, and the other one, which is sort of this video, is something motivational. And that's basically the system: 2 videos a week, and I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, trying to push 2 videos a week no matter what. Now the fourth thing is, if you take a look underneath each and every video that I'm posting recently, there are 2 links. The first link is leading people to a free community that I'm gonna talk about just in a bit, and then a second one is leading them to my calendar where they can book a call so that we can see exactly how am I going to help them further. Going back to the community, it's a platform where I have over 1.3k professional Android developers, and then there are lots of things going on inside. There is a community where they can engage with each other, they can ask questions, they can share learnings, and in general learn and grow together. On top of the community, there is a classroom where I'm building the courses. So as we go, as there is a new demand from the people inside the community, I'm building more courses and I'm adding to existing courses as well. So when there is something new, I'm adding and expanding the resources inside the classroom. On top of the classroom section, there is a calendar section where I am organizing workshops, Q&A sessions, and so on and so forth. So people would jump in on these calls, and we are growing and learning together, where they can interactively ask questions about CVs, jobs, Android development, things that they're working at work currently, how they can move on with particular thing that they are blocked, and obviously ask questions about the courses they are following inside the classroom. On top of the calendar, finally, there is a chat section where people can talk to each other, and they can also talk to me, so they can also ask me questions asynchronously. And so to summarize, I would post the content that I'm posting anyway, and from that content people would come to a free community where they can still get and enjoy free content and ask questions and engage. And then from there, people can pay to get deeper and more focused support. And what that means to me is spending half an hour to an hour a day with these people, answer their questions, chat, engage, have some fun, and build true relationship with them. And finally, why this works is because being with people is what matters, so they can exactly tell you what is the problems that they are trying to solve, so then you can find a solution that actually matters. And that's how you are supporting them, instead of writing a book or a course or whatever that may not be seen or may not be taken by people. This way you are building the content that they exactly need, and then you can repurpose that content to YouTube, to whatever you want, that will bring more people, new people inside. But the key point is that the content that you are providing is something that is actually useful, something that they need now in this moment. And on top of that, they have access to me, they can ask me questions, we are engaging, we're having fun every day. And that's basically how everything works. How am I planning to scale this further? Well, let more people know about it. Just make more content, ask the people that are inside, spread the word of mouth matters a lot. And then by being more involved, understanding better the problems they are having, I would keep investing in better solutions, and then I'll share these solutions so that they are gonna attract more people, and I'm gonna let more people know about it by doing so. Now, if you're somebody who is creating content, especially if it's programming related, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to break this down even further for you and help you implement the same.